Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first YouTube of my podcast. It's called Gains and Grinds. And I'm here today with my own friend, Manny. We went to high school together, but he's been in the fitness business in the industry for like a long time now. And man, if you see that dude right now, he's just crazy. He's different right now. So I have him today, and I'm about to interview him and see what his mind is at with the grinds and then where his gains are going. And then a couple more questions we're going to ask him. So let's get into it. I'm your host, Alfred. You can call me Mr. Me Too or Albad. And I'd like to introduce my very own Kobe Mate. Kobe, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
All right, guys. Call me Maine. You can call me Mr. Gray. So as my friend said, we went to the same high school. I'm almost a decade now, and then so I'm in the fitness industry. And then so today we're here. We're here for fitness business. Let's see what's up.
That's what's up. All right, Kobe. So he also goes by Kobe. So if I call him Kobe in a podcast, it's all right. So I want to ask you, like,
Yeah.
what's going on with your life right now? How's the transition being from moving from Ghana to the UK?
Well, I can't say much now. Still studying the waves
Okay.
in the UK, trying to adjust with the times and the tides here. So
All right.
I can't say much now. I want to give it time, and then I'll continue from there.
Okay. That's cool. So I want to ask you, like, what's the fitness goal right now? What's your current goal? What's the looking like?
I've not achieved my goal yet. In the fitness industry, not just about the looks. I want to reach somewhere in the fitness industry. I want to, the goal is beyond looking big and looking fit, but
Right, but like,
it's to
what do you
inspire
feel
people.
currently? What's the current goal? What's it looking like? Because I know, like, in the long run, you probably want to get big Ronnie Coleman, Chris Bumstead, Arnold size, whatever you want to be. But like, currently, what's the goal?
So I'm not there yet,
Okay.
so I'm not going to say anything to pamper myself. I'm not there yet, so I'm giving myself extra 6 months to see.
Extra
Probably.
6 months. That's fair. So what's the motivation? What you gonna do to get to that goal?
Consistency, because I've not been too consistent for some time. Consistency and hard work, yeah. And now in this fitness industry, consistency and hard work are two different things. You can be consistent and you can never build. And so if you're hardworking and you're consistent with it, I think that's a route. So yeah.
Oh, stay in the grind. Okay.
Mhm.
My next question is, if you could do only 3 exercises for your whole life, what would they be? Just 3 exercises.
Incline bench, just three. Well, I'll go in for triceps.
Incline bench, triceps,
Squats,
squats.
incline bench, triceps. Yeah.
That sounds fair. That sounds like a
Yeah.
good workout, plan to have for your whole rest of your life, because you still have your upper body
Yeah.
and your arms in between and your legs. Okay. But why though?
Yeah.
Like, why would you choose those 3?
I'll start with the squats, I mean, you can't skip squats. I mean, generally. If it was just one workout, I'll still choose squats.
Okay.
Because you can't eliminate squats. That's number one. So two, choose incline bench because it targets my shoulders, my neck, my arms, my biceps, triceps, and then my upper chest, lower chest, a bit of stomach, that kind of thing. And so yeah. And then shoulders, rear delts, front delts. It has all these targets when it comes to me. That's why I chose an incline bench. So and triceps, I need something to keep my arms defined.
Definitely.
And so yeah, so I mean I'll just wait for triceps.
I appreciate that. So this next question is for mostly beginners, right? But I want to ask you, what is that one mistake you've made in the gym that you're going to want a beginner not to do?
Okay, so and at the entry level or the entry stage, I think my main mistake was not prioritizing legs. And so you pay for it later. That's how it is. Because in Africa, when you start
There's an African
training,
thing.
yeah, it's an African thing. When you start working out, we want to see the results quickly.
Right.
And so and obviously the arms and the chest builds faster than the legs. And so you start doing those things and people start saying, hey, you're growing bigger, you're getting bigger. And you lose the focus. You may not have a structure and then you'll be losing the what you're supposed to do down there, and then at the end of the day, by the time you have to bounce back, then you realize that the ratio is imbalanced, and you have to put in a lot
Definitely.
of work. You must put in a lot of work, like a lot of work. You must squat heavy to balance the whole thing. So that's the price I paid. I'm still paying it. I'm still paying for it. I think every beginner should prioritize legs and make it a hobby. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Would you agree with me that mostly 60% of Africans, like our lower body, is always skinny? I think genetics is just keeping us like that. I've noticed most Africans or Black Americans or just Black people in general, right? Most of the time when you see a Black person, this natural body, they just have a skinny lower body. Do you think I'm just exaggerating or, like, do you get what I'm saying though?
Yes. So that's what I said. I don't generally think it's genetics.
Okay.
Because when a black boy is being born, and a white boy is being born, they all come in the same shape, the same weight, same form. I mean, one is not bigger than one. But when they start working out, you realize that the white person is very proportional,
Right.
and a black guy, because it's a thing with blacks. Blacks like faster results, and so we want to do things that will, yeah, I mean, yeah, results quickly, something that will yield results, something people can see easily and say, "Oh, bro, you're working out." I mean, yeah, that kind of. But the whites will take their time and train from the lower body, because they understand they understand what is called process, and bodybuilding is process.
Okay.
It's bodybuilding. It never ends. So if you understand the word building, you know that it's a process. And so I think the whole point is we prioritizing the lower body, and that's what we lack.
So you say it's an African mistake.
Yeah, it's a mistake there. I don't
All
believe
right.
it's genetics.
All right. So do you believe in more weights or you believe in more reps?
Okay. I think it depends.
Okay.
It depends on what you are doing. Okay, but if you are asked, if you are asking me to choose between weight and reps, are going for weight, and this is why. Weight builds faster. Weight is for if you want to build strength and build muscle. It's I mean weightlifting. If you want to do reps, reps is like you are training for an endurance. You are trying to have a muscle endurance or that kind of thing. And reps doesn't yield growth. That is one thing I keep saying. That is one thing I've realized. For me, if I go to the gym and push 20, 40 kg bench, I push it for 50 reps for 2 years. I'll still remain how I may not come down. I may even reduce, and I may not even increase, but I may just have the pump, but not build a muscle. I'm not gonna lie, because if I have stretched the muscle to 160 kg, and then I'm just using 80 kg, and then be pushing every night.
I feel that.
That thing doesn't work for me. I believe in weights. I believe in weights. As a muscle builder, as a bodybuilder, I believe in weights.
Okay. Okay. So how do you stay disciplined? Like when you don't want to go to the gym and then you're like, I still got to do it. How do you stay disciplined? What pushes you?
So first of all, if you want to, personally, what keeps me firm is how I have envisioned myself. I have envisioned myself in a way that anytime I don't even go to the gym for an hour, or I'm even late to the gym, I think I'm losing weight.
Mm.
That's one thing I don't want to. That's one thing I don't want to experience. Someone to tell me, hey, "Come, you've lost weight." No, that thing is a depressive statement. Yeah, it's a depressive statement. What keeps me disciplined is the fact that I think I'm losing weight every now and then when I'm in bed. So I need to be at the gym, and that's what keeps me going. I don't want to be weaker than my friends. I want to be stronger than my friends. And so I'll just keep going to the gym. So I keep becoming stronger than my circle.
So how would you balance your fitness life, work life, and relationship? How would you balance that? Because there's always time for everything. There's time for you to be with your family. It's time for you to be at the gym. It's time for you to be at work and then, make your own money, make cash out,
Yeah.
whatever. How do you balance that? Because we all have 24 hours in a day, but some people have crazy ways of doing it. I just want to know how would you do that?
So fortunately for me, in my type of life, I have built my life around my time. So this is what I mean. My whole life work has been as and when, my own schedule. I don't work for someone. So yeah, I do my own thing. And so that's helped me a lot. And then family, because I run my own time, run my own schedule, I position them where, where they have to be so I can just make time for them. So I don't think it's a problem. It has never been a problem when it comes to time for myself, for family, and for work. I've been able to manage it properly because I do my own thing.
So you always figure it out. That's cool.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm a beginner, right? Let's say
Okay.
I'm 100 pounds and I'm trying to get to at least 130 or 140
Yeah.
in like 6 months. I have no idea about how to work out in the gym. Like what would be the approach for me? Would you think I should just walk in the gym by watching YouTube videos and just go bam, bam, bam? Or just taking, just watching other people do and asking people questions in the gym? Because, sometimes I feel like the gym feels like, I don't know, it's like a hostile environment because sometimes you'd be like big people in the gym, you try to approach them like, oh, he's big, like I don't want to mess with him, or I'm a newbie. People are going to think like, I don't know what I'm doing. Because people have the fear of going to the gym and trying to achieve their goals. But for a beginner like me, 100 pounds, I'm trying to get like at least 140 just to look nice. What would be the best approach for me, or what would you tell me to do in the first, my first stage?
The first stage, I would ask you to get a trainer.
Okay.
Now, so if you don't know what's up, but you said you're a newbie. Yeah, if you're a newbie, you should get a trainer. You should get a certified trainer
Right.
and get a diet plan. Because if you want to increase weight, I believe it's a shared responsibility between the kitchen and the gym. Yeah, so you need to have a diet plan. You need to have more carbs, more proteins. You just need to eat more carbs, more protein as if you want to gain weight. Yes, and then you start doing heavy lifting. Again, I don't support lightweight. So if you actually want to build, so you do heavy lifting, you eat more carbs, more proteins, and you are good to go. You rest enough, and that's it. But you need a trainer to design this structure for you. You'll be fine.
Okay, so from what you're saying, I know you're a trainer, but I just want to ask you. So you being my trainer, right? And you're saying that, oh, I need this calories, I need this carbs, protein. Let's say, what you call it? I keep eating and eating, and I'm not really seeing results. What would you motivate me to keep pushing? Because, people think walking in the gym and then being there for like an hour, you come back, you have abs, you have chest. Like, what would you tell me? Because some people just quit because they feel like, oh, it's just too much work. So what would you tell me to keep pushing me as a trainer?
Well, I'll tell you, your life is a
Okay.
responsibility.
That's
And
fair.
yes, I'll let you know that you are responsible for your whole life and you stop at your own risk. If you keep eating and you're not training, at the end of the day, it becomes junk in your stomach if you are not doing anything with it. If you are not converting the fat into anything, if you are not trying to convert the protein into anything, then it becomes excess. It becomes something else. These people need to know the biological aspect of the whole thing. And when they get to understand, I believe humans need to be taught because they know nothing. Once they are fed with all this information, I'm sure they'll wisen up. They'll get back on track.
Good point. So let's move on to diets, or let's move on to diet. What's like your go-to pre-workout meal or snack? What do you eat before you go to the gym?
Normally I like to take 2 eggs, just 2 eggs, and then just have my creatine, just 2 eggs creatine, and then just be on the move. Sometimes I just get Greek yogurt and then mix my granola and have my creatine and then go on. I don't have any peculiar reason for eating them, but I just feel like I need something to boost my energy. I cannot go to the gym on empty stomach. So especially with the eggs, because protein is not going to digest in 30 minutes. So you just need to have something in your stomach, and then be at the gym. So these are my diets before gym and after. I get in something heavy and do more proteins. I'm now trying to prioritize proteins more than the carbs because I'm not trying to get extra bigger, like extra size when it comes to like weight. I'm just trying to increase my muscle size and not just my overall weight.
So
So
you
I'm
want to
trying
gain more
to.
muscle mass. Okay. All right. So do you have like a strict diet you follow, or you just flexible? It's like whatever I eat, I just have to go burn it. Or you have like a strict diet, wake up, you do this, afternoon. What do you have?
I would say yes and no. I'm on a strict diet. I'm not on a strict diet. So what I'm saying is, I don't eat anything sugar, anything raw sugar. I don't eat. I don't add sugar to my tea, my coffee. I like to take coffee raw. So yes, if I say I'm on a strict diet, then I'll say I'm staying away from sugar and excess salt. That's yes. My diet is also flexible because I eat everything. I'm an African man. I eat gari. I eat everything. I just make sure I know what I'm eating. I
Right.
just make sure. Yes, that's the whole point. You just need to know what you're eating. Yes. So yeah, generally I'll say yes, I'm on a strict diet because I'm just staying away from more junk food.
Facts.
And I think that is that's it.
Okay, cool. So speaking of, going to the gym and workout and stuff, I just want to ask you about, let's say, supplements. When you come to supplement, you said you take creatine, but what kind of creatine do you take right now? Or what do you take pre-workouts too, or you just have creatine?
So yeah, I take the Nitrotech creatine or Celtech. This is why I take Celtech. I take Celtech because it has BCCAs. That's my main reason why I like Celtech. It has BCCAs. BCCAs generally, let me just explain it for people to understand what BCCA does. It's just to give the pump. So if you take BCCAs for recovery or muscle pump after workout, so it's just good. It's a good thing for like a pre and post workout.
Okay.
And so that's why I like my Nitrotech. Most creatines don't have BCCAs.
Facts.
It's just for instant energy, and then after you're done, that's it. I like Nitrotech because it has a BCCA,
Right.
and that helps post workouts thing for me. So yeah,
Okay. And then do you do whey protein or you do mass gainers when it comes to protein?
I don't take it.
You don't take protein?
I'm just on.
Any
No,
reason why?
I think the reason is personal. Well,
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, said it's personal, so we're gonna skip that.
for the sake of for the sake of um not like protecting the brand of whey protein and protein shakes, or mass gainers, but it didn't work for me. I'll just say it like that. It didn't work for me.
Okay.
It didn't work for me. So yeah, I didn't like the experience. I didn't like the experience. I mean, I ended up getting big, but the implications was
If it's personal, it's personal. All right. Cool. So my next question is very interesting. If you ever had a chance to work out with anybody, who would it be and why?
Larry Wells.
Larry Wills. Okay. Why Larry Wills?
He is let's say uh, my idol in this fitness industry because he is a heavy lifter, even though he comes off as like a bodybuilder, but he's a heavy lifter. And I like people who go weight, and I used to watch him, some of the weight he goes, just doesn't make sense. I mean, looking at his body or
Yeah.
the weight he's pushing, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, nah, that guy is strong. And so strength, I'm just like, okay, I wish one day I work out with him and see how it goes. I like something challenging.
Maybe one day we'll get Larry Wills on this podcast too, so he can ask him a couple questions.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty.
That's facts. Cool. So what is the wildest thing that's ever happened to you in the gym? Like, is it somebody approaching you or some dumb shit happened to you where like, wait, what's the wildest thing that ever happened to you in the gym?
The wildest thing that happened to me at the gym was my first time benching 160.
You
That was
mean
the
kg,
wildest
correct?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, 160 kg. Yeah, that was the wildest thing. It was wild for me because this thing I'm saying has been like 7 years now. 7 years now. And then it was after an intensive squat workout. Everybody was tired and we were just trying to flex now. And then play, Charlie, 160. I just pushed them like so that was like my first year,
Right.
just like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the craziest thing. Aside that, I don't
Nothing
think.
crazy. Okay. No dumb shit.
Yeah, nothing.
All
Nothing.
right, cool. So what is your biggest gym like pet peeve? Like you don't like it or you see at a gym like, oh my God, bro.
Talking too much at the gym. I had too much
Mm.
conversation at the
Mm-hmm.
gym. Yeah, when I get to the gym, especially I see the guys talking too much. You can have conversations, but when it becomes like a culture, then it becomes a problem because we don't tend to keep long at the gym. I mean, personally, at most it's an hour for me. So I don't know why I should spend 2 hours, 3 hours, spend an hour talking to someone. When I see stuff like that, man, it takes me. I'm like that. I don't know what you're doing.
So you just don't like that at all. Okay. And then from another beginner's point, let's say I have weight, I have like mass weight, and then I'm trying to lose weight. What is one or two workouts you just give me so I can bend that fat? I know it's not gonna happen overnight. What's some tips you're gonna give me to bend that fat?
Fat burning. So first is a diet. So you need to work on the diet. Need to get a diet plan for you if you want to lose weight. That plays 70% role in the journey. That's the diet, and the gym is just 30% because you are just going there to just induce the process. And so for workouts, it depends on whom I am training. It depends on the person's condition. It depends on the type of weight loss. So yes, that has to depend. But mainly is the food, the diet. That's the main thing. Dieting.
Well, it sounds like you're doing well in your own field. You know, you have everything in lockdown. You always keep grinding. You always keep pushing. You have the motivation. So we'd like to end it here. And then I just want to say if you want to share your handles to everybody watching so they can follow you and then follow you on which social media platforms you have so they can keep up to date with you. So if you can go ahead and share some of your social media platform for the viewers.
The only social media platform I can share is my Instagram. That's Cobbymaine, COBBYMANIE. Can follow me there. Text me. I'll respond.
Appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already have it. It was your boy, Call Me Bane. I appreciate you for coming. You always know, gains and grinds, one step, one rep. Keep chasing the gains and never stop grinding. Thank you.
Thank you.